What is it?
Good morning, Gene.
Who is it?
It's me, Barringer. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Oh. It's you, is it? Come in.
The door's locked.
Just a moment. Dear, just a moment. Come in.
Morning, Gene.
What time is it? Aren't you at the office?
You're still in bed? That means you're not at the office. Are you sure I'm not disturbing you?
Funny, I didn't recognize your voice.
I didn't recognize yours either.
Sit down.
Aren't you feeling well? You know, Gene, it was stupid of me to get so upset over a thing like that yesterday.
Like what?
Yesterday.
When yesterday? Where yesterday?
You know, about that rhinoceros we saw.
What rhinoceros?
Have you forgotten that one, or maybe the two wretched rhinoceroses that we saw yesterday?
Oh. Yes. I remember. How do you know they were wretched?
Well, I just said that.
Oh, well, let's not talk about it anymore.
Well, that's very kind of you.
That's that.
Still, I would like to say that I acted childish and rude. In fact, I acted stupid.
Well, that's not very surprising with you.
Well, I'm very sorry.
I don't feel very well.
Well, that's probably why you're still in bed. You know, Gene, as it turned out, we were both right.
What about?
Well, sorry to bring up the same thing again, but it's been proven. There are some rhinoceroses in town with one horn and some with two.
Oh. What did I tell you? Well, that's just too bad.
Yes, too bad.
Perhaps it's all to the good, it just depends.
Well, whether it's good or bad, I don't think it makes a difference because...
I don't feel very well. I don't feel very well at all.
Sorry? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. Something's wrong somewhere.
Do you feel weak?
Not at all. On the contrary. I feel full of beans.
Well, I meant just a passing weakness. It happens to everyone.
It never happens to me.
Well, perhaps you have too much energy then. You know, too much energy can be a bad thing. It unsettles the nervous system.
My nervous system is in perfect order. I'm sound in mind and limb. I come from a long line of people.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Maybe you just have a fever. Do you have a temperature?
Oh, yes. Perhaps yes. Yeah. Perhaps I do have a fever. My headaches.
Headaches? Oh, just a slight migraine. You know what? I'm just going to leave you...
No, stay. You don't worry me.
Your voice is hoarse, too.
Hoarse?
A bit hoarse. Yes, that's why I didn't recognize it.
I should my voice be hoarse. My voice hasn't changed. It's yours that's changed.
Mine?
Why not?
Well, it's possible. I hadn't considered it.
I have sometimes wondered if you're capable of considering anything. Actually, it's my forehead that hurts. Must have given it a knock.
Huh. When did you do that?
I don't know. I don't remember it happening.
Well, it must have hurt you.
I don't know. I must have done it while I was asleep.
But the shock would have wakened you up. You must have just dreamed you knocked yourself.
I never dream.
And your headache came on while you were asleep. And then you forgot about it. Or rather, you only remember it subconsciously.
Subconsciously? Me? I'm master of my own thoughts. I think straight. I always think straight.
Okay. In that case, perhaps you... You know what? I'm not making myself clear.
Make yourself clearer. And don't bother to make any of your unpleasant observations to me.
One often has the impression that one has knock to himself when one has a headache. Besides, if you'd really knocked yourself, then you would have a bump. Oh! You do have one.
A bump?
Yep. Just a tiny one.
Where?
Right there.
We've never had bumps in my family.
Do you have a mirror?
That's the limit. There is something there. I'm going to have a look in the bathroom just a moment. Oh! It's true! I have got a bump! You see? I must have given myself a knock.
You're breathing quite hard. Does your throat hurt? If your throat hurts, perhaps you have a touch of quincy.
Why should I have a touch of quincy?
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody gets quincy. I sometimes get it myself. Let me feel your pulse.
Oh, it'll pass.
Well, your pulse is quite normal, so there's nothing to be worried about.
Why should I be worried? I have nothing to be worried about, right? Why should I be worried?
Yeah, right. Why should you be worried? Just a few days rest will...
Rest! I have no time to rest. I need to go out and get food.
Well, if you have an appetite, you can't be that sick. All the same, you should get a few days rest. Have you been to see a doctor?
I don't need a doctor.
Oh, but you should see a doctor.
You're not going to get a doctor because I don't want a doctor. I can look after myself.
You oughtn't reject medical advice.
Doctors invent illnesses that don't exist.
Yes, they do it all for the pleasure of looking after people.
They invent them, I tell you. They invent illnesses.
But then after they invent them, they cure them.
I only have confidence in veterinary surgeons. There.
Gee, your veins have become quite swollen. They're jutting out.
Sign of virility.
Of course it's a sign of strength and health, but...
Why are you scrutinizing me as if I were some strange animal?
It's your skin.
What's my skin got to do with it? I don't go on about your skin, do I?
It's changing color all the time. It's gone hard.
Quit mauling me about. Oh, you're getting on my nerves. You're getting on my nerves.
Perhaps this is worse than I thought. I'm going to call a doctor.
Don't touch that thing! You mind your own business.
Very well. It was for your own good.
I know better than you. What's for my own good? Well... I feel hot. Hot? I feel hot. Just a moment. I have to cool myself down.
Huh. Well, he's hot. Maybe he has a bit of fever. Wait. What did you say?
Is that hot? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't even believe in your friendship. Do you know that?
That's a very hurtful thing to say.
For you to get hurt by it, I just don't believe it.
My dear Gene,
I'm not your dear Jean.
you certainly are in a very misanthropic mood today.
Yes, I'm very misanthropic indeed. I'm very misanthropic. I like being misanthropic.
You're probably still upset about our quarrel yesterday. I admit it was my fault. That's why I came over to apologize.
What quarrel are you talking about?
Yesterday, about the rhinoceros.
It's not that I dislike people or hate them. I'm just indifferent to them. Or rather, they disgust me, and they better stay out of my way, or I'll run them down.
You know very well I'll never stand in your way.
Well, I've one aim in life, and I'm making straight for it.
Still, I feel you're passing through a moral crisis. You shouldn't upset yourself. It's not good for you.
So hot, and I don't care how you feel.